Big breaking news from the Camp Nou. Barcelona are once again cleaning house, and this time, it's another out-of-favour star who could be shown the door. Reports suggest the club is even considering a contract termination. But it doesn't end there. This player is now being eyed by PSG as a potential Donnarumma successor, with Manchester City and Newcastle United also keeping close tabs. What's really going on behind the scenes? And is this the end of the road for yet another Barcelona talent? Stay tuned because we're breaking it all down, transfers, rumors, and all the drama coming your way. La Liga giants Barcelona are taking into consideration a contract termination for a returning member of the club's loan army. That's according to Diario Sport, who point towards Oriol Romeu as the player in question. Midfielder Romeu for his part spent this past season plying his trade with Girona, on a temporary basis away from parent club Barcelona. And the 33-year-old went on to endure something of a hit-and-miss time of things back at the Estadi Montilivi, racking up starts in just shy of half of Girona's La Liga fixtures. His performances across these outings didn't prove sufficient to convince the board at the Estadi Montilivi of the merits of forking out a fee for Romeu's signature, though, culminating in his official return to Barcelona earlier this month. And if the latest word stemming from the media is anything to go by, then the Spaniard appears to be short on suitors with a view to next season too. So much so that, as per a report from Sport, Romeu could go through a contract termination similar to the one that Barca recently agreed with Clement Lenglet. That is, a small compensation and the letter of freedom for the player to negotiate with any other club. Barcelona ready to cut ties with forgotten star, big clubs on alert. Barcelona need to move players on this summer in order to ease their financial woes, and Ansu Fati is one that will go during the second transfer window, which opens for business at the start of July. The young attacker is prepared to leave after falling out of favor under Hansi Flick, and the expectation is that he will continue his career in France. In recent weeks, it has been revealed that Barcelona are in talks to loan Fati to AS Monaco. A deal is believed to be close, and soon the expectation is that everything will be finalized. Ansu Fati closing in on Barcelona exit as AS Monaco wait. Fati will almost certainly join Monaco on a permanent transfer or season-long loan with an option to buy, with Sport saying that any deal will be worth in the region of 15 million euros. And the report has also revealed that the player is expected to agree to everything next week upon returning from his holiday. Fati has reportedly set a deadline for a deal to be completed by the end of June, with the reason for this believed to be related to tax purposes. But while it is not ideal for a clock to be set on this, Barcelona are confident that everything will be finalized in the next couple of weeks. It has recently been reported that some complications have arisen during negotiations between Barcelona and Monaco, but the latest is that things are still on track. All parties are hopeful of progress taking place at the start of next week, and barring any further worries, it appears that everything will work out. PSG want Barcelona keeper to replace Donnarumma, Man City and Newcastle also interested. PSG face a major decision, and clubs like Inter Milan and Manchester United will be watching with interest. Is Gianluigi Donnarumma still the long-term answer in goal? He's under contract through 2026, and interest from top European sides is picking up. Since joining from AC Milan in 2021, Donnarumma has come through in big moments, especially in shootouts and clutch saves, but his time in Paris hasn't been without missteps. His high-profile mistake against Real Madrid in the 2022 Champions League still lingers, raising questions about his reliability under pressure. Now, with PSG winning the Champions League, the pressure is back on to get a deal. After a string of strong performances, he solidified that he's the club's #1 in goal. However, with time ticking on his contract, other clubs will be ready to pounce. Could PSG eye Barcelona veteran for goalkeeping job? If both parties are unable to reach an agreement on an extension, the Parisians could have to look for a long-term goalkeeper and part ways with Donnarumma this summer as not to lose him on a free transfer. As for a replacement, Bild reports that if Marc-Andre ter Stegen leaves Barcelona, potential landing spots include PSG, AC Milan, Manchester City, Juventus and Newcastle United. Current Man United goalkeeper situation. Andre Onana is the current #1. He had a rough start in the Premier League after arriving from Inter Milan. Onana is good with his feet, key to Erik ten Hag's build-up play, but has been inconsistent in shot stopping, especially early in the 2023-24 season. Backup options like Altay Bayender or Tom Heaton don't offer elite-level competition. Magnifying glass tilted left, this opens the door for serious competition, or even a replacement, if the right keeper becomes available. Elite shot stopping. At his best, Donnarumma is among the top 5 shot-stoppers in the world. Quick reflexes, huge reach, and composure in 1v1s. Big game experience. He's a Euro 2020 winner with Italy and has played Champions League football with PSG and AC Milan. Physical presence. At 6 feet 5 inches, 1.96 meters, he dominates in the air, which is something United's current keepers don't always do well. Is still young. Despite all that experience, he's only 26 years old. Goalkeepers often peak in their late 20s/early 30s. Small orange diamond strengths. Donnarumma would provide more shot-stopping reliability than Onana. With United's leaky defense, having a commanding presence in goal could be a game-changer. Small orange diamond weaknesses. Donnarumma is not as good with the ball at his feet as Onana. Erik ten Hag's system relies on building from the back, and Donnarumma may struggle under heavy pressing from opponents. Backhand index pointing right. Conclusion. If Ten Hag is willing to sacrifice some build-up quality for better pure goalkeeping, Donnarumma is a great fit. Assigning Donnarumma would signal a shift, defensive stability over risky possession-based play. It would create healthy competition for Onana, possibly pushing him to raise his game or lead to a transfer. Could be a core figure in a defensive rebuild alongside a new center-back or right-back. PSG may be open to selling if they sign a replacement like a Barcelona keeper. Donnarumma's wages are very high, likely over £200,000 per week. And Manchester United would have to weigh the cost against FFP rules and squad balance. So there you have it. Barcelona might be ready to cut ties with another star, and the transfer dominoes could fall fast. PSG, Man City and Newcastle are all circling, but where will he land next? What do you think? Should Barca terminate his contract? And who should sign him next? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a big transfer update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Asterisk. Boom. Just when Manchester United thought they could keep hold of Marcus Rashford, Barcelona drop a transfer bombshell that could change everything. But that's not all. New boss Hansi Flick is shaking up the Camp Nou already, and his surprise preseason call-up will leave fans stunned. From superstar deals to La Masia magic. This is your latest Barcelona transfer update, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim's hopes of getting Marcus Rashford off the Old Trafford books in quick-fire fashion have been dealt a significant blow, as Barcelona are planning to only enter discussions in the latter stages of the summer transfer window, given sport sources have revealed. The Red Devils have been determined to bolster their squad after missing out on silverware and European qualification during the 2024-25 campaign, leading to Brazilian playmaker Matheus Cunha being landed in a £62.5 million deal from Premier League counterparts Wolverhampton Wanderers. Alejandro Garnacho has been urged by Amorim to find a fresh challenge, after it has become clear that he does not feature in the forefront of the Portuguese tactician's plans ahead of his first full season at the helm, and Rashford is also among the big names to have been deemed surplus to requirements. Manchester United have suffered a major setback in their bid to sell Rashford, according to GMS sources, as his desire to join Barcelona has resulted in the reigning La Liga champions deciding they would prefer to only pursue a loan deal if they have scope to do business in the final days of the summer transfer window. The England international has returned to Old Trafford after Aston Villa opted against taking advantage of a £40 million option to buy him at the end of an initial temporary agreement, but Amorim and influential figures are desperately searching for a buyer, as his departure would boost their budget. Although GMS sources have been informed that Barcelona are interested in signing Rashford, who has racked up more than 400 appearances since breaking into Manchester United's senior squad, they are not intending to buy him right now and are prepared to play the waiting game instead of rushing into negotiations. The 27-year-old Old Trafford Academy graduate was described as brilliant by pundit Stephen Warnock after rediscovering his best form while on loan at Aston Villa, and having been frozen out by Amorim, his representatives are searching for potential exit routes in preparation for next season. Barcelona are adamant that Rashford is so desperate to join them that he will stop short of committing his future to another admirer in case the opportunity to link up with Hansi Flick's side eventually arises, GMS sources have learned, resulting in them remaining patient and seeing no need to come to a speedy agreement with Manchester United. GMS sources have been told that Manchester United have been determined to move Rashford on before members of the squad are due to return for pre-season, meaning that Barcelona's stance is threatening to hamper their plans and could have an impact on how much they can spend when the transfer window reopens next week. The Red Devils have been looking to clear space on the wage bill to boost their chances of being able to make marquee acquisitions, and thanks to the wide forward being on a contract which allows him to pocket £300,000 per week, there has been a strong desire to quickly strike a deal with an interested party. But Barcelona are confident they are in the driving seat due to Rashford's eagerness to join the La Liga heavyweights, GMS sources understand, leading to them wanting to wait and see whether Manchester United will be prepared to sanction another loan switch if he is still at Old Trafford as the September 1st deadline looms. Here's a clear tactical analysis of how Marcus Rashford could fit into FC Barcelona's squad, based on his attributes and Barca's playing style under recent tactical trends. Position: left winger / forward / occasional CF. Strengths: pace, direct dribbling, explosive transitions, goal threat from wide areas, 1v1 ability. Weaknesses: inconsistent decision-making, not a traditional positional play, juego de position, winger. Role: inverted winger on the left, cutting inside on his stronger right foot. Fit with Barca's style. Barca often uses a wide left forward who can stretch defenses and make inside runs, similar to how Ansu Fati or Ferran Torres were deployed. Rashford's diagonal movements into the half space could complement an overlapping Alejandro Balde, who adds width. Key partnerships. Works well with Pedri or Frenkie de Jong supplying through balls. Would benefit from Gundogan's positional intelligence freeing space. Rashford thrives in open space, while Barca often face low blocks. He'll need to adapt to slower, more controlled build-up compared to counter-attacking systems like Man United's. Hansi Flick to afford surprise preseason call-up to Barcelona youngster. A surprise inclusion in the preseason plans of Barcelona head coach Hansi Flick has on Thursday been revealed. This comes amid confirmation that Ibrahim Diarra will be afforded the chance to prove his talents at senior level over the months ahead. Youngster Diarra for his part completed a permanent move to Catalonia's capital last December. After initially enduring a difficult time of things, the 18-year-old soon settled into the attacking ranks of Barca's U19 side. And Diarra's flashes of individual brilliance, evidently, did not go unnoticed amongst those in charge of the club's first-team ranks. As of today, Hansi Flick's start of preseason will feature, among other illustrious homegrown players, Ibrahim Diarra. The Malian already knows that in the first training sessions of the 2025-26 season, he will have the opportunity to show if the football he treasures is really differential. Diarra, a Malian youth international capable of lining out on the wing or in a more central role, will join fellow youth team talents Tony Fernandes, Juan Hernandez, Jofre Torrens and Pedro Fernandez in senior preseason training. So, will Rashford really swap Old Trafford for the Camp Nou? And could Flick's surprise youngster become the next big La Masia breakout? Barcelona's summer is already full of twists and we're just getting started. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single Barca update this summer. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should Barca go all in on Rashford? Or focus on youth development under Flick? We'll be reading every reply.